Robots and machines are taking our jobs. Or at least this is what many headlines in the news may lead you to believe. Despite these headlines sounding fictitious and overly dramatic, there is some merit to them. A large number of unskilled positions in the workforce are being removed, and more technologically involved positions are starting to take their place. The World Economic Forum finds that by the year 2022, around 54% of employees worldwide will need some form of either reskilling or significant upskilling in order to meet this trend. As such, workers are in need of upskilling in order to meet the current trends of the pace of technology in both business and society. Many unskilled jobs are disappearing, and more technologically involved positions are starting to take their place, which often require higher levels of education and credentials that many individuals do not have. As such, these positions remain largely unfilled, not because of individuals lacking the desire, but because of the education gap separating them from the position. However, governments and corporations can provide resources such as upskilling and opportunities for higher levels of education in order to bridge this gap. Many jobs currently available in the workplace now require, at the minimum, a high school diploma or GED, but a more increasing number of these such positions require a bachelor's degree, as well as significant years of experience, which many individuals do not have. Tech-based jobs are growing in number, yet a large number of them remain unfilled. According to a study conducted by CompTIA based off of federal data, nearly 1 million IT or STEM-related jobs in the workplace are currently unfilled. This is not due to a lack of desire for individuals to fill these positions, but it is largely because of the education gap based upon the higher level of education and credentials needed to fill these positions. A study conducted by Forbes found that around 60% of U.S. employers have unfilled jobs lasting 12 weeks or more, which further highlights this trend of higher level positions such as tech and STEM-based jobs remaining unfilled. Many unskilled jobs are also disappearing. NPR conducted a study and found that there's a high likelihood of both bookkeeper positions and paralegal positions to the tune around 97% and 94% likelihood, respectively, of each of these type of positions disappearing. And in general, they found that positions that typically require a high level of analytics and problem solving are likely to be replaced by either computers, technology, robotics, or automation. The roadblock for many of these positions being filled by individuals is often the lack of opportunity for higher education. Majority of the time, this is due to the high costs associated or other obstacles associated with this that prevent individuals from either attending college or getting certifications and other high level credentials required to fill these positions. At the same time, technology is becoming more integral to business and society, such as the emergence of cloud computing, AI, machine learning, automation, and data analytics and processing. These functions and positions within the workplace require higher levels of education and training for individuals to occupy them. In order to close the gap imposed by education needed to fill these higher level positions, there are several paths that can be taken. One such path is the federal government providing resources or funding for individuals to receive the higher level of education needed to fill these positions. One such example is President Biden's plan to put $40 billion for higher education and to allow individuals in the United States to receive 2 years of free community college, which the Washington Post conducted a story on. Corporations and businesses can also provide resources and training for their employees in order to upskill them. Amazon is one such company which has pledged $700 million by the year 2025 to upskill their employees through providing tuition assistance, apprenticeships, and on-the-job training. Local governments can also allow more community colleges to award bachelor's degrees, which are often more accessible to students than attending four-year universities due to the lower cost and easier access. Many unskilled positions in the workforce are disappearing, as more technologically involved positions are emerging to replace them. These jobs often remain unfilled because of the education gap imposed in order to fill these positions, as they often require bachelor's degrees or certifications and other high-level credentials which individuals often do not have. However, governments and corporations can provide assistance, training, and resources for individuals to obtain the education necessary to fill these positions. Due to the current trends in both business and society, it is necessary for workers to obtain upskilling in order to adapt to the current and progressing workforce. Although Skynet is not taking over, this industrial revolution is a bit different than ones that came before it. Rather than machines making work easier for workers, machines are starting to take work from the workers.